nation, I'm Ananya Verma and you are watching India Today. Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX and Tesla. He's also the owner of a social media platform X. He's supported India on the internet. He said that India deserves a permanent seat in the UN. He says, and I quote, India not having a permanent seat in the United Nations, despite being the most populous nation on the earth, is absurd. Now, the world is asking a question to UN that why the permanent members are not ready to extend the council. The UN has 5 permanent members: US, UK, Russia, France, and China. But most of these countries are not even the largest economies of the world. But India, despite being the largest democracy of the world, the most populous nation on the earth, the largest standing voluntary army, and soon to be the 3rd largest economy of the world, is not a permanent member of United Nations. So the question is why? Why India is not a permanent member? First of all, Elon Musk. Elon Musk also mentioned that these permanent nation does not wish to give up the power. And second, if you really wish to know that why India is not a permanent member, then we have to take a look at the history. 1950, US asked India to have a seat in United Nations, that too permanent. And the similar offer was made by Soviet Union in the year 1955. But India declined it all. All those in favor says that India was not in the position to contribute to the world affairs. And those who criticize the action says that if India had the permanent seat in United Nations, then we would have an edge over the others in matters such as 1971 war, issue of Kashmir, 1962 war could have been easily prevented. Well, talking about the present situation, India is emerging as a global leader, which is quite evident and visible to the world, with all the actions that India take to promote peace and cooperation in the world. India believes in Vasudevaya Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family, and it is similar to the motto of United Nations. India offered to be a mediator in Russia-Ukraine war, when all the Western nations backed up Ukraine and entertained the idea of war. Our Foreign Minister, Dr. Jaishankar, said that UN used to be relevant, which is true, because now UN is not able to serve the purpose. Out of all the 5 countries, US, UK, Russia, and France are in total favor of making India a permanent member in the United Nations. But the only country blocking the way is China. And without the consent of all the 5 nations, it is not possible to amend the UN Charter. Well, with just one post by the Elon Musk, the internet has been blown with the questions that whether India is still prepared to be a permanent member in UN or not. For further information, keep watching India Today.